Two people won?
Two people are going to be divvying up the big prize, $355 million after taxes. You know, we've all been trying to do the math because if you win like you, there's people that, you know, if you get 5 numbers, you get a certain cut and all of that. So we're actually waiting for lottery officials to give us the numbers after taxes. But does anybody here, have you guys ever seen Lost?
Yeah.
The ABC show. I used to love that show. I actually didn't see this one. So there's this big thing going on right now. People are coming out of the woodwork saying, in the TV show Lost, Hurley, the big husky guy in the show, plays the lottery with some numbers that he picked up from some guy that was mumbling in a psych ward, and he finally plays the numbers and he wins. He wins this big lottery. Well, there are thousands of people who played Hurley's numbers that won a piece of this yesterday. Yes, yes. So here's the deal.
You feel like an idiot.
Hurley's numbers are 4 of the 6 numbers that were pulled are the same numbers that he used in the show. And of course, you know, he wins the lottery and then he suffers this huge long list of misfortunes.
Based on those numbers.
Based on those numbers that he thought were.
Thousands of people should be.
Most people who win the lottery actually end up poor within a certain period of time because they outspend.
Well, see,
the lower
you know, there are these
numbers.
studies that people who win the lottery are actually less happy.
Yes, I did know that. And
So
by
be
the
glad
way,
you didn't
I have
win.
instinctively, literally, this is true. This is not revisionist history. I have instinctively never played the lottery because I've always known myself well enough to know that if I won the jackpot, it would ruin my life because I would never get off my sofa, and I need a reason to get off my sofa every day, and work has
But
been
you'd
that
have
reason.
one heck of a nice
Yeah, but
sofa.
you know what? Here's some practical advice.
Yes, sir.
Get a good tax attorney if you win the lottery. Before you sign the ticket. Second thing, you get a good attorney.
Did you sign the ticket?
And then and even before you sign it, they say talk to your attorney. Some advisors say do that. Decide where to put it because of the estate taxes and the death tax. Who should win that lottery in your family? These are practical
and this
advice.
Is true. And here, this is true. When you get a lot of money, there are bigger problems in your family. Being poor is also bad, by the way. I've tried both.
Yeah.
Being poor is bad. Much worse, by the way, than not having money. However, getting an influx and a windfall of cash, bad
you'll
things
find
happen in
relatives
families.
Would you tell anybody?
Yeah.
My husband said to me yesterday, Allison, why do I have a sense that you would not even let me know?
She called from the island. Honey, I want
You spend it on shoes.
And I said to him, I had actually considered my plan for how I would get away with not telling you. But I can't believe that I didn't win. I'm actually really shocked because my co-hosts and I did all go out and get 10 because we've heard if you pool your resources and so many different employees do this. So maybe they won and haven't told me yet.
But if you won, shouldn't you all have signed the back of the ticket?
Okay, there may have been a flaw in our system.
You need to call them after this.
This is why you're here.
You don't have those names of the winners, huh?
But just 2 people in Washington State and where?
Idaho.
Idaho, and they're splitting it.
Wow.
But then you get how much if you get like if you have 4 tickets, if you have the lost numbers, how many do you get?
Well, okay, the lost numbers, I just found out. The lost numbers, by the way, there were 26,000 people who played Hurley's numbers last night, and they each won $150. If you won 5 of the numbers and you didn't get the mega ball number, what is that? Yeah, the mega ball number, 42, you would get a certain cut. And we've heard $250,000. We've got calls out to the Mega Million people to find out exactly, because The Wire had reported $170 million for the 2 big winners. But when you do the math, it doesn't quite all add up. So, but nonetheless, it is a huge, huge chunk because those are the 2 that got all 6.
I don't know if you can hear this, but my phone is ringing right now. I believe it may be one of my co-hosts calling to tell me that we did win.
Yeah.
In fact.
Maybe one of them
sign
played
the back,
lost.
sucker.
You know, my mom always told me watching television would never add up to anything, but if I'd have played those lost numbers.
Isn't that funny?
Okay.